Welcome back to SOS. I am Staff Sergeant Badass. Okay. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I'm like, I have to say something real quick. I think it's great. I think it's great. Okay, so a few of you have told me that other channels are almost starting to sound like me, and I went, and they're big name channels, and it's great, and I think it's great. I just wish they would. It'd be nice if they give me a little shout out. That'd be cool. I mean, they only have like 200,000 subscribers or something. I mean, that would be cool. Just say hi. You know, if you like what you see, man. If you're a big name channel, I'm gonna say this real quick. If you guys are big dudes, and you're watching this channel, you know, and if I have inspired you to make a video, give a shout. You know, baby bald eagles cry every time you don't. I'm just saying. Am I being ridiculous? Yes, I am. All right, I'm gonna get into it. No hate, just love, brother. Just love. All right. So a good. Okay, I've got some questions from other people and regarding to. Man, you guys request a lot of stuff. All right, so I have to do. I have to do a cordage video, making cordage. I have to show you different 22 rounds. That's another one. There's too many of them. I can't keep up. I've got a list. I'm going through it. Okay, but I only do one show per day. I mean, if I could cram all of it into one show, then there wouldn't be a show anymore. You know what I mean? You get the point. All right. So communications, the zombie apocalypse. All right. Now, this doesn't have to be just for, say, a zombie apocalypse. This could be for anything. This is just something, a scenario I wanted to throw out there. I will be doing, this will probably be the start of the series of the zombie apocalypse, SHTF. This will probably be the start of that. And I want to get that on my channel as well, along with many other things out there. But I really have been anxious to kind of get this started. Alright. Now, one thing, I am going to go over some military signals and signs for you guys. Now, just take it for what it is. I know a lot of you are not military, and if you are, you already know some of them. They'll probably be a reminder. They're a reminder to me. Look, I don't use this stuff every day. It's been years, and I go through it, and I'm like, wow, you know, okay, I remember all that stuff. But it's a good refresher for me. So like I've said before, I've been refreshing my memory so that I can train others. And the reason why I want to train others is in the event of a disaster or total chaos, I can take Billy, give him a rifle, and physically put him through some training, and I can get him trained and educated, and I can make a basic Marine out of him. You know what I mean? That's my long-term goal, is when doomsday comes, when whatever happens, I want to be able to train a group of individuals and help them become more confident and more reliable and more useful to me, my security, my group, and not only that, what if for some reason, I'm going to take you through series of what ifs, okay? Now, I've done this many times before. Communication is going to be one of them, okay? That I have to start off with communication because everyone's going to need to learn to communicate, to be quiet, so that they shut up. You can't have a bunch. You remember Forrest Gump, right? Lieutenant Dan kept saying things like, "Get down, shut up." Anyway, so a lot of the signals they were using in that, I was watching Forrest Gump a couple of days ago. It kind of came on in one of the clips, and it instantly, I was like, dude, I really need to talk about that, because that's another part of the zombie apocalypse. Get down, shut up, right? And not just that, I mean, what if there's like a revolutionary war of some sort? Just saying, throwing it out there. I mean, it could be all sorts of stuff, and then people would need to know how to do that stuff, because you'd have unit movements, you'd have squads, fire teams, all that stuff. All that stuff would come back, and you'd have to know how to do it. Oh man, you could probably talk to some old timers. They probably have plenty of stories, you know what I mean, of fire teams and yeah, flashbacks. Don't. Hey, take the meds. I do. Okay, just take them. All right. So I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All the veterans out there getting angry right now. I'm going to kill him. They're retired. They're going to catch one of those. I'm going to catch a jumper flight. I'm going to his house and I'm going to give him one of those good old-fashioned Marine Corps hugs. You know, back in the day, you'd be sitting at your desk. You just get a Post-it note. Meet me by the Connex box. You knew what that meant. You're not getting hugs. Okay. Oh man, you're getting a knuckle sandwich, right? Alright. Meet me by the Connex box. Okay. There's different types of signals. Okay, one thing that I want to bring up, I have to talk about all types of communication. Now, I cannot verbally bust this out for you guys, but this is your alphabet and this is your Morse code. Alright? Now, having a copy of this would be great to have on hand. Now, one thing that this idea led to other things. So I have been looking at wallet cards. Now there's wallet cards out there and survival index cards that are great. Man, this stuff is awesome. And I thank the people who made that stuff because it is super cool. Could I do it? Yeah, you know, with a computer, and I could shrink some stuff and then I could laminate it, you know what I mean? There are places that still laminate. But that information is great. Now, I could do a need-to-know basis for myself because there's a lot of stuff I already know that's on the cards that it would be completely useless to me, but it probably won't be to you. You could probably use that stuff, and I'm not hating. I won't hate. You're all about staying alive. Alright, so there are card companies out there that make these cards, and if you find the best one, let me know, because I'm still looking. But there are a lot of them, right? And they'll have like Morse code and water purification and all sorts of stuff, and they go in your wallet. I think that's great. Now, if you could find a good, I want to find a good Morse code one, because I mean, if I have to, I'm probably going to shrink this down and probably put it in. You're not going to know that stuff, right? You're not going to memorize Morse code. And some of you might. You might be geniuses like that. I think my power is going to go out. We are completely in a winter storm. I didn't know if you guys knew that, but it's really icy, and I've left the pipes running all night. In the event it goes out, I will grab my flashlight. So if you see it go black, I'll go grab my flashlight. It's cool. I can still film. Batteries. Yep, gotta have batteries. I have emergency batteries. Okay. Something that Sippy Cup and I are starting to do, I'm starting to teach her, is sign language. Alright? Now here's just a card that I printed off of the internet. It's not much, okay? Sign language. Everyone knows about sign language. Or they know of it, okay? You can get the cards on the Google. Basically, you can just type it in, dude, and pull up images, and nothing but sign languages come up. Now, I used to work with a civilian contractor, and this civilian contractor was deaf. Not going to give you his name or any information on this guy. He's my friend. Now, at some point in his life, he had had his hearing turned back on, and he could not sleep. He couldn't rest, and he told me the whole story in sign language. But I know sign language, and I learned sign language from working with him. And some of you watching the show probably have worked with me before, and you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, I had to learn sign language to work with him because there was specific information that we had to share back and forth, and I needed to be able to talk to him, and that was really important. And he could tell me stories, tell me about his shotguns and stuff like that. There's ways of using the hand signals for long gun, short gun, you know, if it's a shotgun or not. They have ways of using that in communication. thank you, hey buddies, all that stuff. It's all there, man. They have the same lingos as us and the same communications. And I thought it was great. We could be in a building or maybe a warehouse. We were in a warehouse that we used to sit and talk, and we'd drink coffee and just sit there and chat in sign language. And he would, we would just sit in there, and we're so silent, we would scare people. They just saw some movement, and they would startled and jump and go, "Hey!" and look over. "Oh, it's you guys." And I go, "Yeah, we're signing over here." So yes, a good skill to have and develop would be sign language. With you and your significant other, you could be quiet and make movement. You know what I mean? And I do plan on teaching my kids sign language as well. For all of you that know it, there's going to be a whole other group of you guys out there, just so you know. That'll be cool, right? Alright, this was part of that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, I know I've told you, I know this, okay, so rune stones would be kind of silly to use, but now for coding messages, sure, but that's not part of communication, right? Alright, so I have another book here. Now I've been refreshing my memory on stuff. And one thing I wanted to remind you of that's good for communication verbally, your phonetic alphabet, okay? A lot of people screw up the phonetic alphabet. It is epic. Especially when I'm like, could you imagine the veteran that used phonetic alphabet a lot is on the phone with someone who sort of uses it? Oh man, it is hilarious. It cracks me up every time. Oh man. Someone actually was giving off some letters and I was on the phone. They said, unicorn, unicorn, rainbow, rainbow. Dude, I blew a gasket, but I didn't go off on them. I just sort of corrected them. Now, pull up your phonetic alphabet. I don't want to have to read through each and every one of these, but people always get these things wrong. Instead of unicorn, it would have been uniform, just so you know. And then with rainbow, it would have been Romeo. Alright? Now, I used to do this stuff all the time. Like for my name or whatever, I would use the phonetic alphabet to give off my name, and you know, we do drills on this stuff. My call sign is Snake Eyes or whatever, you know what I mean? You get the point. Okay, alright. Moving on, phonetic alphabet. Take that one down, put it in your little toolbox. Like Captain America said, tools in the toolbox. Alright, next one that I want to talk about, and yes, this does lead to other things, alright? You have your different types of unit movements, and then like fire teams and all that stuff, squads, platoons, all that stuff. I will get into that stuff so that I can teach it. It's going to be part of the series because, and the reason why I'm telling you this is to tell you more. Alright, there's hand signals for many things, and you can look this stuff up. Let me tell you which one to look up. Hang on a second. I'm going to get the actual. Okay. Look up, this is to benefit you because I'm not going to be able to sit and go through each and every one of them with you. Alright? But I really want you to have the knowledge, so I want you to be able to look it up. I don't want my video to be like 10 hours long. Alright. The section is going to be called Combat Formations and Signals. Okay? Now, it's going to have fire team, it's going to have your columns, it's going to have all that stuff in it. And I want to talk about this stuff because it's really important. Alright? For those of you who like watch Walking Dead, now, what would have been some great ways to have saved their lives? I mean, I'm not a big Walking Dead fan. I haven't watched the new season yet. I haven't even touched it. I don't even care. Alright, so, because they kind of lost me when Billy and Billy were holding hands, you know, Billy and Jimmy, they started holding hands and making out and stuff. It's kind of got weird, and I'm like, whoa, that ain't got nothing to do with my survival, and that ain't got nothing to do with my apocalypse, alright? Okay, so just so you know. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our zombie lives. Alright. Okay. So there's different types of hand signals that you can use. I'll go over a few of them with you. For like, just like in Forrest Gump, for example, a lot of people don't know what a lot of that stuff means. Let's see. It's like when you bring your hand down, you extend your arm and bring it down. It's letting everybody know to slow down. And then you've got sections here where it's like commence firing would be this, and then cease firing would be this. All right. Or fire faster. Fire faster. You're going to wave your arm fast. Okay. It's just like this. Let's see. Okay. Ceasefire. Once again, ceasefire is this. Fire faster. All right. Let's see. Just to refresh my memory in this. Assemble. All right. So all these different signals, and then asking someone if they're ready, just your hand out, and then they reply with this. Okay. Different unit movements. Let's see, which one was like shifting, telling people to shift over, like this, and then however many meters. If it's an alert, all you do is just, if you're the fire team leader and you're letting everybody know, just raise your rifle, and then once you raise your rifle, it indicates everyone else will see me and they will raise their rifles as well. And then the other thing, letting them know how many meters something is away. All you do is raise a finger. Okay, you let them know like this, and then you make sure you close your other fingers so that they don't get confused and think it's 300 when it's only 2 or 1. Okay, 100 meters away. It gives them identification. But you can look this stuff up for yourself. It's real easy. If you want to call for fire teams, it's just like this. As you were, it's right. It's the right side. All right. So, I'm trying to come up with a few more of these here, because there are some really good ones. Oh yeah, let me go. Hang on. These are just some good ones for you guys, just to remember. And then not knowing or not understanding is so simple. It's just this. Just do this, and they'll know you don't know or understand what they're saying. Another thing, when you get started on a trail, if you're walking a roadside, this is in the event of all sorts of stuff, people. You're walking a roadside, you got a group of 4, and you know what positions to walk in. If you pull this up and print it off, it's on Google, okay? If you pull this up and print it off, you'll be able to understand different positions to get in, and just for your safety. The staggered method always works better. Okay, 1, 2, like this. See how I did that? And then have another group that's like this. All right, it's always best to kind of walk around like that. But then being able to talk to them is very important. You point to your belt buckle and then point to the deck. It lets everyone know that's where the rally point is. So in the event that all chaos breaks loose, everyone knows that's where we're going to go. Okay. You're hiking. You're going far off into there. You point to your belt buckle, point down, and then spin. Okay. That lets everybody know that we're going back. All right. There's double time and all sorts of stuff. There's a lot of them. There's so many of them. It goes on and on and on. And once again, just so you guys know where to find that, if you want to look up more about it, combat formations and signals. All right, just look that up on Google. But you can learn more about it. I just kind of want to give you some ideas, okay, things to think about. I'm not here to teach you how to do all that stuff, because it's just too much. That's up to you. You're going to have to learn it. I'm not going to be able to sit and go through each one, because then I might as well just have a green screen behind me and I'll just do all the hand signals. It wouldn't make much sense. I just want to give you some ideas and some of the uses for those things and how helpful it would be, right, to have all that stuff. This is going to be my first video of my zombie survival series. Granted, you could use this stuff for so many different things. Unit positions and shapes and forms. There's so many different ones. You'll find that when you look that up. Hope you wrote that down. But I'm going to get into a series of things like that, because eventually you're not going to be able to carry 50 pounds of gear, right? It's going to end. Zombie apocalypse, you won't be able to carry that much trash. You're going to be stuck with day packs or fanny packs. And to the person who texted me yesterday, if you're watching, fanny packs are great, and you can reduce your gear in size nowadays. I mean, stuff's gotten good. I mean, they make good stuff now. I mean, really, really compact stuff. And you can reduce your size to the point of a freaking fanny pack if you want, or a butt pack. Butt packs, military style. Get yourself a duty belt, and a butt pack, and a couple of canteens, some magazine pouches, and then probably get you an H. I would recommend an H harness. Type in Militaria on eBay. Type in H harness. Okay, I'm serious. Just listen to what I say, man. I'm giving good advice. An H harness and a duty belt. And I know it's going to sound ridiculous, but get you some canteen pouches, and then make sure you can get a connection line for your water. Okay, they make a water hose connection drain for that connects. All right, you connect the two together, and then basically your canteen becomes a camelback. Now, when you run that hose up your H harness, that way when you do your leg holster for your gas mask, all right? That way, if you need your gas mask for whatever reason, you can rip your gas mask out and put it on. If you still need water, then there's a connection line for that same hose that comes off of your canteen and connects right into your gas mask. So then you've got a little straw in there. All you do is bite that straw and get water. There you go. Okay, so I hope I've helped. You're watching SOS. I am Staff Sergeant Badass. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos, and take it easy.